just in time back. I quickly run for the paper. Hello, my beautiful viewers. I've done a beautiful opening video for our Style of a Diamond TV show, but it didn't want to play, so I had to scramble, and I think it's maybe too big. So I will have to relook at my video. I will relook at it. So hello, my beautiful viewers. Thank you for spending time with us. Today you will be seeing we are talking to our beloved Mrs. Spots. And I just want to say, my beautiful Diamond Beauties, look, I've got our beloved Mrs. Spots. What an honor. This show is totally an honor for me to be able to introduce these amazing ladies. I call them my wisdom keepers. So my beautiful ones, do you have somebody that you can go to, that you can, even if you have to whisper in that particular person's ear, you don't need advice, you just need somebody to listen to you? Then I would love you to introduce my beautiful Mrs. Spots. Mrs. Spots is from Beauty and the Beast. And you know how Mrs. Spots is looking after everyone and her beautiful son, Chip. This is what my incredible ladies is doing, Mrs. Spots. I got a vision from God. And ladies, can you believe it? It's almost 2 years. In August, the Mrs. Spots the adventure is 2 years old. And the Diamond Beauties Forever group is 4 years old. How incredible. So, but before I'm talking a little bit more about the Mrs. Spots, I would love you, my beautiful Anne. Can you please introduce yourself? And then Barbara, and please tell us where you're from.
Well, good morning. I'm Anne James, as you can probably see on the screen. So I live in Tunbridge, which is in the Central Highlands in Tasmania, which is the beautiful island state of Australia. It's a very brisk, as Barbara and I were saying, a bit nippy this morning, winter's day here in Tasmania. I woke up to a blanket of white frost. So what do I do? Who am I? I'm retired. I am a writer, I'm a story keeper, and as you can see, all-round kitchen table philosopher.
I love it. My beautiful Barbara.
Well, I'm Barbara Hayward, and I live in a beautiful little town in New Zealand. It's called Gisborne, and we're in the North Island, and it's incredibly brisk this morning. We're also in winter, and we've got I live in a house bus, and we've got a pot-belly stove which we've just lit, so it's going to warm up very, very quickly. I am Mrs. Potts at 12 o'clock on a Friday, which for Canada I think it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I think we've been going for about 12 months or something now. I was just thinking, I wonder how long it's been. And I'm an author as well. I'm a podcaster. I've got my Facebook page, which is quite popular and very productive. So also I'm retired. Or should I say, maybe I should be retired. I don't think if you've got a Facebook page and you're active in social media, you're actually ever retired. But we live a wonderful retired life in Gisborne. I'm actually a Melbourne girl, and I live in New Zealand. So that's me.
Wow, beautiful. And I had the honor to hug Barbara a few times. She came and visited, she and Dennis came past here, and they came and visit me. And I also was their first visitors in the house bus as well. And I love the blue bus. So for me, connecting with each other is such an honor. But then the cherry on the cherry is when we can hug each other. And on my bucket list is to hug each and every lady and gentleman, because we do have a gentleman's group as well, Tanzanite Euros, and I will tell you a little bit about it, because we have Mr. Hots. It's equivalent then the Mrs. Hot, but I'm going to talk about it now. So for me, I am currently in I'm staying in South Africa, living in South Africa, but I'm currently visiting here in New Zealand.
Mm.
And yes, it's a brisk morning.
It
It's a
is.
brisk morning. I said to my husband, oh, I have to hold my hands to take the little one because it's so cold. So for me, what a privilege to have you, my beautiful ladies. So if I can ask you this question, belonging to the Diamond Beauties group, so belonging to a community. So Anne, how do you feel to belong to a community?
So I feel very honoured and very privileged to belong to this community, and I feel like it's home in many ways. I mean, this is home, but this is another home. So, you know, like-minded women, a lot of a certain age. We don't name that age because it's the forever age. Where we can share, we can support, we can guide, we can offer advice when asked, we can seek advice when needed, we can have a bit of fun, we can laugh, we can cry, and we can do all of that together, regardless of where we are in the world.
Beautiful. So currently, my beautiful Anne, we are in 62 countries.
I know.
So
It's just
Switzerland came on, and oh, I have to look at the name before pronouncing it. Just give me 1 second. I will tell you. Otherwise, if I pronounce it, it will come out funny. Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
Spent 3 years there, and that's where my sister Wendy was born,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
in Port Moresby.
Wow. So Papua New Guinea and Switzerland came on board. So how incredible. We are 62 countries around the world that is in the two groups. So my beautiful Barbara, what does community mean for you?
Well, the Diamond Beauties community, I really had no idea much about it. I was invited, which we're all invited to join. And for me, I live, I don't leave my house very often. I have knees that don't work very well. And so for my socialization, it's pretty much the people that I've met out of Diamond Beauties. And it's not just Mrs. Potts, but I because of the time difference, I don't go to many Mrs. Potts, but I go to the ones I can. But community for me has meant that there's about 20 people that if I'm feeling a little lonely or I need some information, I can just go on and say, have you got time for a quick chat? Well, people know with me, quick might mean half an hour or more. But I do put quickish. I do try to limit it. But that's what the community is. And they know that if they've got a question about anything spiritual or guidance, spiritually guidance, because that's what I do. I'm a medium clairvoyant. Then they know that they can just contact me as well. And that's the community. It's not just the Mrs. Potts where we have a great time, but it's also knowing that people in the community care about me. Last year and the beginning of this year, I had a really, really rough time. And the people in this community were so caring and so loving. And not just on our group chats, but personally contacting me. And to me, that's community. It doesn't matter what our ages or our lifestyles like. It's about the caringness. And that's what I consider the community to be for me.
Beautiful. I love it. And my beautiful ones, my birthday just passed and I am now 60 years young. And on my birthday, 2021, I asked God, can I please have an amazing community? Because now for me in South Africa, with the Zoom, we started to meet more people overseas in 2020. In April 2020, I had my first Zoom meeting. I have attended so many Zoom meetings. I have attended so many people that have sold and But I just got the feeling if you cannot spend money with that particular person, then I don't have the time of day. And there was a little bit also of funny business going on. A lot of people didn't understand my accent, so they didn't want to talk to me. Even if they put this into small groups, and the people will find out you're from South Africa. There was quite a few questions that they come through them that I was able to answer, but there was some were politic and they cannot understand that a white person is in Africa. So it's all that funny stuff that you don't really want to talk about it. But the thing is, I had a lot of people. I have probably over 20 people that wanted to teach me to talk properly. And I did not understand it because I was sure I was speaking that was at that stage the Queen's English, because in South Africa we are talking the King's English. That is our English is from the UK. So I didn't really understand this, my accent, this, and then I taught me to talk slower. And then my beautiful Anne and Barbara, I started to talk like this. And I told my husband after the second one, I said, "Oh, my husband, I think I'm gonna." I was very upset, and because the people say you really need to go for classes. The one lady, she said, "And come to me, I will teach you,
Yeah.
but you will have to pay for it." So she told
Yeah.
me you have
Yeah.
to pay for it.
Yeah.
It privately in the chat.
Yeah.
I wanted to have in a group that the ladies can support each other through thick and thin. There's an Afrikaans saying, dik en dun. Through
Yeah.
thick and thin, that we can celebrate each other's accomplishment, because the sun is ultimately shining for everyone.
Yeah.
And how incredible is that you are proud of your beautiful sisters all around the world, that you can celebrate, that you can go through the sadness, that you can cry. There's a lot of us that have cried when our miracle man have passed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come back to me and say, Sanette, I'm truly sorry about your miracle man. Are you okay? I cannot tell you how many of the ladies, especially in the expert group, came and say, Sanette, are you okay? And then some of them wanted to talk to me, and I wanted me to see me, and I could express how I felt. So my beautiful ladies, that was incredible, because not only did they take the time to send me a message, but I wanted to see me. We jump on a call, and I could express, I could cry that the tears and the snot was running, because I really want this miracle man, Howard Brown, really touched my heart, and he touched so many other people's heart. But they gave me the opportunity to talk about him, to let me feel how I feel. And ladies, that was something different. I don't know any community that will do this. I don't know anybody that really, truly are earth angels. And for me, all of you are earth angels. So my beautiful Barbara, you are also in our beautiful Diamond Moments magazine, our wisdom keeper. And I know you spend quite a lot of time to put down from your heart the questions that the viewers is asking. So how do you feel being our beautiful wisdom keeper in the Diamond Moments magazine?
Well, it's twofold. I'm going to be honest, because that's the Aussie in me. I have a real love-hate relationship with it. And I love doing it, but I hate the thought of doing it, because I do know a lot of people read it. And the hate part of it is that I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to give them the wrong information. I have two parts to me. I have quite a scientific part to me, and I've got the spiritual part. And so I find that the answers that I give are very practical, like learning aspects. The last question, in fact, the second last question was I felt was so big that I cut it into two. So it was the learning part of it, the understanding, and then the how to bring it into our world. And I've done that this time. So I love the thought that it's out there and then I'm able to help people, because that's what I've been doing for 40 odd years. I do have a dear friend out of Mrs. Potts, Diamond Beauties, Marie, that I always send it to her as well for her feedback. And she will tell me how it affects her. Because one of the things I would love from you out there, if you do read it, give us some feedback. And that would be really amazing, just to let me know if I'm on the right track. But Marie gives me wonderful feedback about, oh my gosh, I've never heard that before. So that encourages me to dig deeper and bring more knowledge through and more information. I work with my people in spirit, so it's a combination. It's a joint effort. And if they're not ready to do it, I just can't do it. But we sit down, and usually it's a little bit like my speaking, but usually within 2 hours, I've got 1,500 words. I try to limit it to 1,500 words. But, in between that, I must have a cup of tea, and then I must have another cup of tea, because I'm a cup of tea girl. And I've always done that. Every client I've ever had, I've had a fresh cup of tea. If I have 8 in a day, that's eight cups of tea. So, it's a real honour to do this, and it's a platform that I didn't know existed until it was offered. And it's a way of sharing my knowledge of the last 40 years that I've practiced spirituality, and bringing it in a practical way, because I'm very down to earth. I use down to earth language, and I have a lot of knowledge, and this is a way that I can also get the knowledge out. And I do know that it is appreciated, which is just as important. So keep the questions coming. Keep them coming. I do enjoy it, but that's the hate part, is I would hate to think that I would put the wrong information down and take somebody, lead them up a garden path, I think is that an expression that you've got in South Africa, leading somebody up the garden path?
No, I don't think so.
It means giving wrong information.
Yeah. So I think the Afrikaans saying is leen die duivel's oor. So lend them the devil's ear. That's
right.
Yeah. So that's something like that. Yeah. But my beautiful Barbara, doesn't matter what you write. It's particular, and it's hitting a spot in my heart, in my soul. And you also, everything you write, it's like you're giving people the opportunity to choose.
Yeah.
In a way to choose. Because, and you make it so easy. I know a lot of people give big words, and then you have to use a dictionary to follow the person is saying, but yours is from the heart.
Thank you.
Yours is understandable, and you can do it, because I do believe a lot of people, if they know they can understand and they can do it, then that makes it a masterpiece. So for me, everything you do is a masterpiece, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about what you are doing with the YouTube channel and all that. But I just wanted to do the magazine first, so I would love to go to Anne. So Anne,
yes,
you have done a poem for us about quite a few articles the last few months. You have written exceptional articles.
Thank you.
And you have done a fictional story as well, and I love your fictional story.
So is that the funny one, the grand debate? Yes. Do you know how that started?
No, please tell.
Husband and I decided we were going to have sausages and bread one night for dinner, just a quick dinner. So indoor barbecue, if you like, because it was cold and that with the caramelized onions and the things, and we're doing it. And he made the comment, put in a bun and it's a hot dog. And that's where the inspiration for that, because it was about the debate, the differences, there was a hidden message. Well, not so hidden in the end, hidden message, but I decided to have fun with it. And it took a love-hate bit, because you do, as you're working through that, particularly with something like that, setting your scenes and then popping the dialogue in and then having to condense it to keep it within a certain word count. But I had an absolute barrel of laughs writing that story. And then I did good old AI for the graphics.
I love it. It was incredible. So I said to Sunay, that is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. And I had such a chuckle when I was reading it. It was
I'm
so
pleased.
understandable. Although this is one thing I've realized, as I am from South Africa, all of us are from different ways, different. And I know for us, we call it a lift, and most people call it an elevator. And we call it a robot in South Africa, and it's a traffic light in the rest of the world. You're hungry? Okay, I'm just recording. Okay, go and play. Go. Yeah, when I'm finished. I'm so sorry, my beautiful viewers. I am not only a granny and a nanny for my grandson, Zachary. He's almost 9 months, but it's school holidays here, so I'm looking after the two older children as well. So for me, I have now lost my thought of train. Can you ladies help me with
calling things different names, meaning the same thing, though.
Yes, and we don't have the same idioms and sayings, but it's more or less. I just realized, my beautiful ladies, I can never translate an Afrikaans saying to English. It doesn't work.
Not
and
always.
Our Afrikaans is quite an expressive language. It will also, the sound and everything you will say, it's like one of the ones that we use is a bliksemstraal. I'm going to bliksem you, so I'm going to hit you. But the bliksemstraal is the thunder. And you can actually hear when I use that word, it's like the thunder. It's going to thunder, But when you translate it, it does not work. But it doesn't matter where are you in the world. We are here to serve each other with love and to take your culture, what you are standing for. We take it with our heart, because there is no one in the Diamond Beauties that I don't love. I remember in the beginning, a few ladies said to me, Sanit, I don't understand. You love everyone. And I love everyone to the moon and back, like this, a lot. But how can you do it? I said, it's easy, because I love myself unconditionally. It's easy to do that. So my beautiful Anne and Barbara, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer, because I'm going to talk about your Mrs. Spot. Are you ready? So let me see.
Cool.
Okay, not that one. This one.
There we go.
That's nice.
Look here, I've got a new microphone. Can you see?
Can too.
Well done.
So thank you, my beautiful Anne. Can you please tell us, why did you decide? Well, before we start with that. So I really wanted Anne to be one of my Mrs. Spots. The first day I met Anne, I just loved her. But I know about Anne's sugar, teaspoons of sugar. I know about that. So I asked God, how can I still have Mrs. Spots, Anne as a Mrs. Spots, but also take in account her sugar levels, and she will explain. And God showed me both beautiful Anne and her beautiful sister together. And there was a tray of eats in front of you. And you told me in my dream, Sinet, we are ready to eat. Are you coming with us? And I said, but my goodness, girls, look at all this tray of food. And you said, yes, but look around. And then I just went open like this, and I look around, and there were a lot of Diamond Beauties around, and we're going to all eat from all your treats in the middle. And that's how the next day, I let both of you know and ask, would you love to be a Mrs. Spots, and you can do it together? And that's because I got a vision from God. So please tell us about your Mrs. Spots, and tell us about your connection with your sister.
Shall
And
do.
just tell us your name and what time. And you are moving from next week. You are moving to
This
another
week.
town.
This week, this
So
Friday.
sorry.
That's all
This,
right. This
this week.
Friday. Our time this Friday. We moved to our new time, yes. So you did that, you had asked both my sister and myself if we'd like to do a Mrs. Potts together. And Wendy and I got on a Zoom call, as we do, because my sister lives in Brisbane and I live Brisbane, which is in Queensland, and I live in Tasmania. So we decided that, yes, we would love to do it. And then we thought, well, what are we going to call it? And the name came to us without hesitation. We are sisters. So what were we going to, and this is a sisterhood of women. So it was a cup of sisterhood. It's the name, it just named itself. And that is exactly what our Mrs. Potts is about, is where anyone who has the time, who wants to come on, to share, to have a conversation, to laugh, to cry, but most of all, just to be together, and to share, as you talked about, our love, which is unconditional. And that is what our Mrs. Potts is all about. Now, look, sometimes, because we were doing it Thursday, 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, so there were some weeks where it was just Wendy and I on. Not a problem. There was our weekly chat, wasn't it? So we would just sit there and chat as sisters. So the 6 years separate us, with me being the elder, much to it. No, not at all. We don't. There's no. It does not matter. We do tease one another very occasionally about that now. But we both, so just the two girls and a family of four. My father said he was always ruled by a petticoat government, but he loved us all dearly. And we had quite a nomadic life, particularly I saw more of that than Wendy did, because my dad was in the army. So it taught us to be reasonably laid back, to be tenacious. Wendy uses that term a lot. She is tenacious, as am I, because we also have a bit of a Scottish background as well. And we love one another dearly, and we support one another. Always have, always will. So you mentioned the spoons of sugar. It's actually energy. So it's the spoons of energy, and it's the analogy taken from Christine Miserandino's the spoon theory. She lives with lupus, as we now know I live with lupus. So it's been a bit of a journey for me to get there. And I was dealing with a lot of the invisible illnesses, so the brain fog, the fatigue, the pain, but the fatigue and the drop in energy levels being a major one, with what led me to retirement. I can announce I'm now on new medication for the lupus, a new infusion, and I am getting energy back. I have energy in reserve at the end of the day. I am walking better. I am thinking clearer. Yay! Yeah, so that is something to celebrate with anybody. And I celebrate also through writing and through storytelling and through story keeping. And I can warble on for hours on end, so I'm going to stop now.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And, I have also, when I was in South Africa, was a bit difficult to be with yours, because I think it was 2:00 in the morning. But now I have done one while I'm in New Zealand. I have joined, but now I cannot wait for Friday that I will be able to join.
So I didn't announce that, did I? See, so we are now Friday, 7 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Wow.
So 7:00 will be 10:00 at New Zealand time.
Correct.
Perfect. Beautiful. So my beautiful Anne, would you like to give an invitation out to anyone?
Everyone.
But before you do that, I just want to say, my beautiful ladies, any of the Mrs. Potts can invite their own friends as well. As long as it's a lady, You can invite any of your friends. It's not just for the Diamond Beauties. If they join and they love the Diamond Beauties and they would love to join the group, they are welcome. But it's for any of your friends. So it's not just for the Diamond Beauties. So please, my beautiful Anne, tell them welcome. Come on in.
So please come join us, any one of us. For the Mrs. Potts, they are 5 days a week. There are 5 sessions per day. You will find the links to each of the Mrs. Potts in the Diamond Moments magazine, which you can find on Sanette's website.
Yeah.
So there it is. How's that?
Thank
So
you.
please come and join us. You do not have to be a member of Diamond Beauties Forever, but if you join us, you love the Mrs. Potts, and you would like to be a member, any one of us can invite you.
Oh, beautiful. And then for the members in the group, in the events tab, just go to the events tab.
And generally we put a message up in the messenger group as well. But of course, it's only those who are in those groups that'll see it. So anyone who is a Diamond Beauties Forever member, you will always find the Mrs. Potts in the events tab.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful
You're
Anne.
welcome.
And we're going to stay a little bit close because we want to speak to Barbara about her Mrs. Potts. So, my beautiful Barbara, tell us about your Mrs. Potts, the name, everything that you can tell us, and then invite the ladies to come and join your Mrs. Potts.
Well, thank you. My Mrs. Potts is come and have a cuppa with Barb. Now, I do have water at the moment. Normally it's a cup of tea, as I said, but apparently we've run out of tea bags, so I've got water. But it's very informal. Most of the Mrs. Potts have a like a concept or a whatever the word is. But mine isn't. It's just come and have a cuppa with Barb. It's midday on a Friday, which for New Zealand and Australia, we're winding down for the weekend. So it's what happened through the week, what's going on at the weekend. And what I do is I do put up my ads on my Facebook page and the Mrs. Potts in the Diamond Beauties. I also give personal invitations. I send an invitation every Friday morning out, and I put on only if it works for you. And there are people that only come occasionally, but every week they get the invitation because we've had a communication about this. And it's like, just because you don't come, I don't want you to think that we don't have a seat waiting for you. I've got a seat here that's absolutely with your name on it. And if you fill it this week, you fill it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm letting you know that we're thinking of you today. And if it works for you, your seat is waiting. And a lot of people have said thank you for that. They can't come every week and they feel a little bad about coming when they can. And this way they know that when they can, the seat is already there. And nobody else is going to take their seat. And so I send out probably about 8 or 9 invitations every week on a personal level. It's not just, the group ones and on my Facebook page, because it's really important. Our meetings go for about half an hour to 45 minutes. Oh, no, not mine. Oops. And I know, because part of what we're doing is there's so many lonely people out there, and I'm one of them. I've got a husband that flits in and out and goes to work, but it doesn't matter. I love the sisterhood, and so for me, I feel connected with the Mrs. Potts. So there's a few of the members, and on my Mrs. Potts, if you've got to go, go. Because it's just like, I got to go, bye everybody. And they go, and we don't discuss it at all. It's just you've come, you're gone, because that's your time frame. But, we've been known to have an hour and a half because we get into conversations and they're important. Because if you're lonely for an amount of time, it doesn't cut off right here. So I was talking to a lady who connected with me. I'm direct message, and she's from England, incredibly lonely. And I said to her, look, it's going to be like 3 o'clock in the morning for you, but if you're awake, I'm just going to keep sending you invitations for that day that you're awake. And so direct message me on my Facebook page, the Old Girl Spiritual Stuff. And I will reiterate, we only have girl germs. We don't do boy germs at mine. Okay, we don't like boy germs at these meetings, because how else can we talk about you if you're there? For goodness sake, come on. And it's just, and I have a couple of personal friends from my Facebook page who come most weeks. Other people are from Mrs. Potts, and it's just really a get together. I try really hard to be organised, but God damn it, it's enough that I'm actually arriving on time, let alone being organised about anything. There was one day I even forgot it was a Friday, and one of the ladies said, are we having it? And it's like 11 o'clock. Oh, I have to send out my invitations. And so that's my Mrs. Potts. And come and join us. We're a friendly bunch of people. We swear and we tell naughty jokes occasionally. And we do girl stuff. You know, the sisterhood. Really the sisterhood. And no boy. No boy jokes.
Our conversations could go anywhere.
And do.
And they do.
And they do. And some of the conversations are quite informative.
Oh, yes.
We learn stuff about, the body and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it's just about having a cuppa with Barb. It could be a cup of wine. It could be anything, but just have a cuppa with Barb. And please come and join us.
I love it. My ladies, I love the both of you so much. And my beautiful viewers, if you are a lady, there's no recording. We don't do a recording in the show. And what stays in the Mrs. Potts stays in the Mrs. Potts.
Absolutely.
But we do ask the ladies, the host, our beautiful Mrs. Potts, to take a photograph so that this is the evidence of not who was there. This was the evidence of a get-together.
Yeah.
So that we can not have that memory as well, but not only the memory, but also showcase the ladies on the Diamond Beauties Forever group. You are so welcome to join anytime. And yes, some of the Mrs. Potts is a little bit structured. They will start off with an angel reading. Some will start off with a meditation. But
and they're great.
They are amazing.
Great. I just don't know how to do that.
No. Neither do I.
I love it. I love it. So I'm going to move us a little bit back, ladies. Are you ready? There we go. I wanted to try this screen, but the thing is, then I'm the one that's talking needs to come here, but it doesn't work. Maybe we must try. So, Anne, do you want to say something?
Do I want to say anything else? I think we've covered off on most of it. So Wendy's and mine, like Barbara's, is also quite informal, and a few of the others that I've been on to are as well. And I too, there are some that I simply am unable to attend. I go, I'm going to be asleep. But if I'm awake, and I have done that, I will jump on. And sometimes it's a bit late. And there will be times where the jumper or the scarf or whatever might be on, but the pajamas are on underneath. So you come as you are. Yeah, we're all tizzied up and what have you for today for the TV show. I was saying to Sinette before, the minute this is over, the war paint's coming off. The snippers are still on and they're staying on for the day.
Oh, wow. No, incredible. So now it doesn't want to move. I have to move over to a new system. So I'm just didn't want to move as yet. So I will see how the new system is working, because there is a little bit of limitation with this system. So, but it's okay. I love it because the virtual backgrounds, everything is just beautiful. I have to move. I'm just that's all I'm going to say about that. Where's Forrest Gump? That's all I want to say about that. So my beautiful viewers, on the Diamond Beauties Forever, we have the Mrs. Potts. And on the Tans and Nigeros, we have the Mr. Hots. And the Mr. Hots, yes, they are all gorgeous. And ladies, I must just tell you a secret, but let me just say that secret to you. If I tell a man he's beautiful, some of them get, they blush. And I had one gentleman told me, Sunit, I don't understand why you call me beautiful. I am not beautiful. And I looked at him and I said, can I tell you, you've got beautiful eyes, your cheekbones, not that it's not a woman's cheekbone, but you're strong, and I can see your beauty. You are beautiful. It took him 3 months to realize how beautiful he is. But he told me, Sunit, you were the catalyst for me to look more in the mirror and look at what does Sunit see I don't see. And through that process of 3 months, he realized that he is beautiful and he loves himself. Now he loves me forever. Oops, I forgot about the microphone. he told me last year, Sunit, I love you forever. And I said, I'm so happy, my beautiful. And every time I say beautiful, he goes, it's so funny. Coming from him, it's very funny when he kind of like so nice and beautiful. So Mr. Hot stands for Heroes of Tanzanite. And we have diamond tea parties, and the men have Tanzanite round tables. So currently I have one that is a tiger that is doing this for quite a long time. I've got another gentleman that I've decided he doesn't want to continue with it and he left the group, and it's okay. But now there's a lot of gentlemen that say, oh, Sunit, we want to do what the woman does. So we have our first meeting. Well, it will be the second meeting because nobody came the first meeting. I was not on Facebook and I could not prompt them to come in. But we are having our second meeting on Tuesday, my Tuesday. And 5 gentlemen have said, Sunit, we want to do something. So I believe that we will have a Mr. Hot's Real Men Talk. I'm not going to be there, but I'm going to see the photographs. They're going to talk about real men's stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that. They have to choose their own names. So I just thought that the round table, like Arthur's round table, is going to suit the gentleman much better than a tea party. I don't do tea parties. So we are looking forward to that. So I will feedback. So my beautiful Anne, can you tell us how you are currently not only the Mrs. Spots and your beautiful articles for the Diamond Moment magazine, but what else are you doing to serve the world with your love?
So what am I doing to serve the world with my love? At the moment, it's writing. Now, writing can be a lonely pursuit as you're writing because it's you on the page. But I'm writing a collection of short stories, all with a message, all with a woman as a protagonist who has been through something. They are all set in Tasmania, but I don't say set in Midway Point or set in. It's just the general feel of. And they all come from personal experience, conversations that I've had, stories of others. You can never fully see yourself in those, but they all come with it, so they go through to a resolution. And I'm enjoying doing that. And once I am finished, I will be publishing it to give it to the world, for the world to see. So beware what you tell me. I just might turn it into a story, or you might find yourself in a story. Because that is what a writer does. They take snippets. You have a story bank and you go from that. So this collection is called Whispers from the Hollow.
Wow, I love it. Do you have your books that you can show us, the 3 books?
The 3 non-fiction? Funny that, I just have them tucked away in the drawer here. Bear with me.
My beautiful Barbara, please get yours. So Barbara, while Anne is getting the books.
Here we go.
Okay,
And
yes.
my first one, I wrote at the prompting of my sister, who said you should write a book, and I went, yeah, whatever. And then I rang her. I sent her a message about 3 hours later and said, "Huggy, you, I'm going to." And it turned into my memoir, and it was called Seasons of My Life: The Changing Times That Defined My World. And it's the story of an ordinary woman who has lived in my opinion, and I'm allowed to have a bit of an ego here,
Absolutely.
an extraordinary life, but it's been a
Exactly.
quiet, extraordinary life. I've had no, um, I've had no massive traumas. I've had the traumas of everyday living and everyday life, and that's what this is about. And the front cover is the cottage that we now live in.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That led me on to, because part of that was the chapter when I wrote about becoming sick. So developing chronic disease, developing autoimmune. And of course, as you both know, and those in the Diamond Beauties group know, I am a retired registered nurse, 42 years of nursing, intensive care, coronary care, accident and emergency, palliative care. The last 12 years in general practice, where I was a chronic disease nurse specialist. Then the lived experience during that led to this one. So Beyond Limits: Navigating Life with Chronic Disease, and it's a how-to. It's a what, why, where, when, and how. Basically, yeah, there. And my sister had been writing some non-fiction books. She's doing a series at the moment, and she asked me to be a co-author in the second book of her series, which is Dear Nurse Me Transitions. So it is navigate change. I've always got to read this bit. Nurture well-being. Yeah. So I helped towards that one.
Beautiful.
So that's
Thank you.
those three.
Thank you. We need to get you on the Soul Diamond Author's Journey. And
I know. We'll get there. Which
part
one
of
do I
the
choose? I go, which one do I choose? It's going to have to be that one, because it's
Yeah.
that one that led to
Yeah.
everything else.
Beautiful. So, my beautiful Barbara, please tell us, how are you serving the world, my girl?
Well, I have an announcement to make, and so sorry about the noise in the background. I have an announcement to make to the world, and I'm in the process of starting 2 books, and I need some help with these. So I'm asking out there, all the audience, if you're an Australian or a New Zealander and you've had an experience with a real angel, not my mother's an angel and because she helped me, but real angels. When my middle son was 6 months old, I met his guardian angels one night that he was sick, and they were standing at the end of over his cot. And I want a combination of stories that were primarily in Australia and New Zealand. I love angel stories, but they're always UK or they're American. And we Australians and we New Zealanders, we need our own book. We've got lots of experiences with angels. So if you want to be part of the book, please contact me at the old girls spiritual stuff at gmail.com. I do have a different email address, but for the moment that will do. And so that's coming up. I'm also now ready to promote my book, Letters from Grandma. This is on my Facebook, my webpage, theoldgirlspiritualstuff.com, and you can pick that up. It's quite a thick book. It's the life and memoirs of a medium clairvoyant. So it's got my personal story plus my out there story. And the other thing that I'm doing, because my Facebook page just maintains itself, and I put up between 5 and 10 posts most days. I keep it very clean. There's no politics, there's no bullying, there's no nastiness. I really, really maintain that Facebook page. And I've also got a really forward moving YouTube channel now. In the last 3 months, can I tell you, I've had nearly 17,000 views on my videos. So I think I've got 80 videos up now, shorts plus my interviews. I interview people who are living a spiritual life out there. If you want to be interviewed, you've got to live a spiritual life, you've got things you want to teach or share, contact me. And I put up, occasionally I put up my own stories. And so my hashtag is Global Goodness Matters. And every one of us, if we're going to bring our beautiful planet into balance out of chaos, every one of us is needed. Our stories are needed. Our love is needed. Our energy, our heart, our being able to foretell and this greatness that this world has and humanity, and global goodness does matter. So they're the projects I'm working on at the moment. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
It's scary. Thank you.
Sanette, you've gone silent on us.
Yes.
Ladies, I was so mesmerized. Thank you, Anne. But I didn't even bring the glasses from upstairs.
All right.
But now I've got the glasses and I've got the paparazzi pen. So my beautiful Anne, can you please give us your golden nugget?
I shall. So it is as always, be true to who you are, believe in and have faith in yourself.
Wow. Do you are ready for paparazzi?
I am.
I love it. I love it. I tried to take a picture with the flash. Oh my goodness, I cannot see. Just
No.
keep it. My beautiful Barbara, what is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is, as you can see, a little stream of sunshine coming in. Be who you is, not who you is not. For those who is are the happiest lot.
Oh,
That's from
I
a
love it.
cartoon series 60 years ago.
Which
Wow.
one?
Merlin the Magician, Tutor Turtle.
Yes.
Tutor Turtle.
Yes.
Please, will you message me that so that I can look at it? My beautiful Barbara, are you ready for paparazzi?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
What a great day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This was incredible, ladies. And my beautiful viewers, did you enjoy this amazing, amazing show? Please join our Diamond Beauties if you can, ladies. And for the men, the Tanzanite heroes,
Yeah.
please look down in the show notes. I have put the details in there. And then the Diamond Beauties, please meet your Mrs. Spots for Fridays. Both of the ladies are on Fridays. How incredible.
12
So I
o'clock,
am really, say again,
7 a.m.
12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 7 a.m. 7 a.m.
So, ladies, let me give you my golden nugget. If your why is big enough, you can do anything. You can do everything. And I am ready for paparazzi. Here we go. Oh, I was so hoping to catch the flash, but my beautiful ones, not today.
No.
So, my beautiful ladies, do you have time to have a dance with me?
Certainly do.
Always.
Thank you. My beautiful viewers, in our club or our community, we love dancing, we love moving, we love hugging, we love each other. We are celebrating each other. We love glasses because when you get goosebumps, you put glasses on. So my beautiful ones, would you love to have a dance with us? They said yes, they said yes. Here we go. Oops, a daisy. Come on. There you are. Any moment.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Till
Bye-bye.
next time. Bye bye.